Okay, guys, this is going to be my review of the Harley Quinn series, Season 1 and Season 2. Both Season 1 and Season 2 were hilarious. I love, all the characters. My favorite character was King Shark. I mean, his delivery, his voice, everything about him was so funny. Mainly his, crazy voice, where he's, seems so genuine, but his weird, almost sarcastic, voice was very funny. But again, Harley's great, Ivy's great. The characters are hilarious, and I love that they're even though it's a comedy, even though they poke fun at DC, they still understand DC and respect DC. Because what I love is they can poke fun at something that they understand and respect. Where as a DC fan, you don't go at it as feeling ashamed that you're a DC fan. You don't feel like they're saying any jokes at the expense of again they respect and love the material that they're making fun of, and because they understand the material, they can poke fun at stuff about the material and about DC that non-DC fans wouldn't get. And I think that's kind of what makes it so funny and so interesting, where it's like sometimes when you try to poke fun at something that you don't fully understand, it just doesn't really work. But because it's created by fans, because it's created by all these different things, they respect and know the source material, and know, inside jokes, inside baseball, whatever, that only, again, DC fans would know. And I love the dynamics and the chemistry that grows throughout the show. And I love that there is, continuity, there is a plot. It's not just like a sitcom where every episode doesn't you can watch out of order, it doesn't matter. This does matter because the story grows and grows, and particularly with Harley and Ivy's relationship. That's why I love Season 2 so much. That's why I love it more than Season 1, because they keep maintaining the hilariousness present in Season 1, but developing their relationship, developing their romance between Ivy and Harley in Season 2, while still doing it in a fun way, where it's like they really balance jokes and drama at the same time. And to me, in Season 2, the drama of Harley and Ivy's relationship was probably the best part of Season 2, over the jokes, over the comedy. But the comedy and the jokes were still amazing, and the characters were still amazing. And the story of Psycho and kind of No Man's Land type storyline was great. And I love how Season 1 and Season 2 are basically one season, one story cut into two parts, because Season 1 ends on a cliffhanger and Season 2 very much wraps it up. I hope we get a Season 3, because I love this show so much. But similar to Daredevil Season 3, as much as I love the show, Daredevil Season 3 almost felt like an ending in some ways. In this show, this seemed like almost a somewhat of an ending, even though I love a Season 3. But again, the character's great, Dr. Psycho's great, the story, developing at the beginning with the breakup with Harley and Joker, and, I love, the Legion of Doom and then Justice League, and not just, our main core group of Harley, Ivy, Dr. Psycho, King Shark, and Clayface. Beyond those core group of characters, they do have great supporting characters. Joker, Catwoman, Lex Luthor's in, some episodes. Even the Justice League. Batman and Jim Gordon are my favorite, special guests. Because, I love, you see the depressed Gordon and the old, out-of-shape Batman. It's just a breath of fresh air to kind of get a comedy out of this great universe that understands this universe that is DC, and never takes itself too seriously, while still diving into deep, serious topics. And again, like I said at the beginning of this review, because they know the source material, they know what they're poking fun of, and they can poke fun at DC in ways that only DC fans can know, where it's not like obvious stuff, that because sometimes people that try to make fun of DC only make fun of DC or poke fun or make comedy out of DC on a very basic level, but this can go deeper, and be more rewarding to those DC fans. And I think I really enjoy that. And again, I think they still do pay their respects to DC, and I think, I'll just say that these writers, they did their research, because again, you might be thinking, why would they do their research on a DC comedy series? But that's the point. The comedy has to work if they know what they're poking fun of, but just the funny scenarios that are not just references. Just in general, the show is very funny, and because it's animated, they can get away with a lot of stuff budget-wise. You know what I mean? They can have a epic, funny chase sequence, and yet it doesn't cost anything. They can have, and again, part of it being animated, part of it being animated is that you can have so many great characters, and they don't have to be on set. You can have all the Justice League make appearance in the show. You can have, the whole Batman Rogues Gallery make a show, or make a cameo. And you can have, a bunch of characters, and Kite Man. Oh, Kite Man! I didn't even talk about Kite Man. That, Kite Man's great. The Ivy and Kite Man relationship and how that grows with kind of I love their relationship grow, but I also love it more because that idea of Harley having a crush on Ivy and their trio love triangle, the trio love triangle type dynamic. So again, I just love the show. It's hilarious, great, recommend it, because again, it's a show that the unfortunate thing is, because it's animated, because it's DC, I feel like not a lot of people would give this a shot because of those qualities and those factors right there of, oh, it's DC. Oh, it's animated. It must be for kids. Hell no, it ain't for kids. But I really enjoy the show. I find it very funny. Anyway, stay tuned for more videos. Come right.